Hi, I'm Greg Howlett. I want to talk today about Amazon a little bit. Amazon is now the biggest supplement seller in the United States, probably by a wide margin. Supplement sales are really up in the U.S. over the past decade. A lot of those sales have gone to Amazon. Now, I want to talk about something, though, that you see on Amazon. I'm going to talk about brands for a few minutes. Here's the thing. If you get on Amazon and you actually start searching for a popular product, let's say something like alpha lipoic acid or vitamin E, if you actually type in a term of a product, an ingredient, a nutrient that you're looking for, you will quickly realize that there are possibly hundreds of brands that are all selling it. All different manufacturers with different brands, hundreds of them. They've come out of the woodwork. Most of them you've probably never heard of before. Some of them have lots of good reviews. Some of them have just a few good reviews. Some of them perhaps have no reviews. There's just an enormous number of options. Very confusing, very easy to get paralysis by analysis, as they say, or paralysis by analysis, where you basically just don't know where to go. Let me tell you what's going on, and I'll give you some thoughts about this. There are companies out there that are manufacturers, sometimes huge manufacturers, that deal in what we call white label or private label products. So the reason they're called white label is this. These companies will sell, quite often, they'll sell a white bottle that has 30 vitamin E's in it, 30 vitamin E capsules in it. And they basically will sell that same bottle to 100 different brands. And they'll say, hey, here's a bottle with 30 vitamin E. It cost you $3. Slap your label on it and sell it for $20. It's as simple as that. The company, the brand that's buying from these manufacturers, they don't have anything invested in product quality. They don't have anything invested in product development. All they want to do is build a brand, and that's all they do. They basically build a brand, they contract with the manufacturer to ship those bottles, to label them for them, and then ship them straight, in a lot of cases, to Amazon. And Amazon has, consequently, the exact same product on the shelf under 100 different brand names. Nothing special about it. By the way, it's not just white label anymore. In the old days, vitamins always came in white bottles. Today, there's fancy bottles. There's clear bottles and amber bottles and every color you can imagine. It's still white label product. We still consider it white label. You can put a fancy vitamin E capsule in you can put a vitamin E capsule, there's nothing fancy about it, into a fancy bottle or into a very plain white bottle. Doesn't matter. Same product. It's all just a branding play. Now, these companies come and go, guys. They're everywhere. There's a gazillion of them. The ones that you see on Amazon today may not be there tomorrow. In a lot of cases, won't be there tomorrow. Their whole game is to get on Amazon and just hope to sort of game the system a little bit, get some reviews. Sometimes they create fake reviews to get to the top of the listings, and they try to just sort of build a brand and build something on the backs of these private label, non-special products. Now, guys, you can imagine what I would say about this. You got to be careful, right? You got to be really careful with this, because these brands have not been around in a while. A gazillion of them just started since COVID. COVID was a huge boost in the supplement industry, and you have all these brands coming out of the woodwork by people living in their parents' basements, or in a lot of cases, honestly, they're not U.S. companies at all. In a lot of cases, these products are manufactured out of the country and shipped in. And not that that's a bad thing, but it is a thing. And sometimes quality and testing and other factors are thrown by the wayside when that happens. So you got to be really careful about these kind of products and these kind of brands that you've never heard of. In general, I would avoid. I would say, in general, you will save probably a little bit of money going that way. But in the long run, you're wasting your money in a lot of cases. There's really nothing to say they're not selling you sugar. Now, Amazon is on this, guys, and I'm not saying Amazon's a bad company. I know Amazon is really trying a lot harder now to make sure there's testing on the supplements they sell, to try to stop some of the scummy behavior. I know they're also trying to stop a lot of the fake reviews that drive these fake products to the top of the listings, and these no-name brands to the top of the listings. Amazon, I'm sure, wants to clean up the supplement industry, but the supplement industry right now is not really clean. You got to be really careful. And here's what I would do if I was a consumer. If you're going to Amazon, first of all, maybe reconsider going to Amazon for supplements. But if you are going to use Amazon for supplements, avoid brands that you have never heard of. Pick brands that you have heard of, the good quality brands, the brands that have been around for 50 or 60 or 100 years. Those companies have a lot invested in their brand and the quality and their commitment to customers. You're far, far, far better off sticking with things that people know. Companies that have been around for the long term. Stay away from the white label stuff. You just don't know what you're getting. It's easy, it's tempting. I know you get on Amazon, you see, outside of supplements, you might see, I don't know, a pair of sunglasses for $1.99, and you think, well, what's the harm? And there's probably not a lot of harm. You break them the first day. But in supplements, it's a little bit of a different story because you're ingesting this stuff. Be careful about ingesting. A lot of the discussion we have here, we talk about testing, the third-party testing and other certifications that supplement companies use. That stuff really is important. In general, that's not going to be happening on these private label, white label type of products. Be careful.